All right, everybody, we are back with our last run of the showcase. We are going to bring you UV speed. Be prepared for very, very fast, light levels of speed in Ultimate Doom by ZELLLOO. ZELLLOO, take it away.
Thank you, Blaze. Hi, everyone. I'm ZELLLOO or ZELLLOO. Never matters how you say it. You can use either. This is Ultimate Doom. This is id Software's big 1993 masterpiece. And that actually means this is actually going to be the 30th anniversary of the game coming up in just a couple of weeks. So really excited for that. 30 years of Doom. Like, this is the game that really put speedrunning in perspective, going pretty much all the way back to this game's release. I don't have any commentators this time. I'm just gonna be riding solo. We should be okay. So let me go ahead and explain the category real quick. We're gonna be playing all 4 episodes of the game. We have the original 3 episodes plus the 4th expansion episode that was released with Ultimate Doom, and then we will be playing on Ultra Violence, which is the hardest normal difficulty in the game. Nightmare kind of gets its own special category, but I guess we're all ready to start doing. So 3, 2, 1, Doom.
Good luck. I'm looking forward to this one.
Thank you. So let's talk movement real quick while we get this armor and a shotgun for later in the episode. So movement in this game, it's very typical of early FPSs where your movement vectors are added together, so you're going to be strafe running a lot. So there's 2 types of strafe running. There's SR40, which is normal strafe running, and then there's a special strafe run called SR50, which requires more inputs and locks your turning angle, but also gives you more speed, and we'll use that for some tricks. I should also mention Doom is a very random game. Enemy movement is random, enemy attacking is random, your damage is random to an extent, the spread on my shotgun is random, everything that you think is random and probably that you don't think is probably random in this game. And that is a big issue with this level coming up, because episode 1 actually has 3 of the hardest levels in the run right off the bat. So this is the first hard level in E1M3. We're going to be aiming for these shotgunners right now. They are the black hit scanners right here. Hit scan is a term that we use to display an attack that just basically targets you instantly. It's not a projectile that you can dodge. It's if you're targeted, you're hit, unless you're behind cover. Shotgunners do a lot of damage, especially in this difficulty, and we want to get rid of them ASAP. And thankfully, we're getting around everything pretty okay. But this is a big reason why we also grabbed the armor in the first level, because without armor, I would have already been dead. Oh, I'm gonna get that health. So there's also a lot of other hazards as we make our way through the levels to get to the exits. We need to avoid barrels, we need to avoid all kinds of weird traps that thankfully we're not gonna see too much of in this run, but there are a lot of other weird obstacles. So we're gonna grab this backpack for later to double my ammo capacity for the rest of the episode, and we're gonna be doing a big trick with SR50. Normally I'd have to get a couple keys, but by doing this really precise jump, we can just jump straight to the yellow key and skip a huge maze. And thankfully, the door actually worked for me. There's a little bit of a bug with that door. If a lift is active on that particular level, the door just will not open for you. So welcome to the second hard level. This is probably the hardest level in episode 1 right here. We do get some very useful tools as soon as my weapon stops changing on its own. We do get a rocket launcher in this level. Rockets are very good throughout this whole game. They're very specifically routed, especially in this episode, because we are very limited. So there's going to be a lot of just kind of sneaking past enemies where I can. Like, enemies can react to you on sight, and they can also react to you on sound, so we're not going to fire for a little bit so that these monster closets that open up, we don't have enemies pouring out of them, so I can sneak right by. And that's a big thing with this game, is being able to just know what kind of situations are around, and being able to sneak by very random moving enemies. So health is very good. We also picked up an invisibility sphere inside the secret we got to earlier, and that stops the hit scanners from targeting me as much. We're gonna get through this exit room. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. We should hopefully be okay. 23 health is not good, but I think we can make this work. I'm gonna grab a little bit of extra health for safety here. We do have a cool trick coming up right here where I'm going to have a shotgunner block this door, hopefully. Come here. Nope. Reload on that. So I'm listening for a sound cue. So doors they're very polite if they try and close on you. They'll just come swing back up and be like, oh, sorry. And that's actually really good, because we're going to use that to get out of this room early. Normally the door would lock behind you for 30 seconds. We don't want to do that. That's slow. So we just have the shotgunner very politely block the door for us. So there was recently a route change for episode runs and ILs. For this level in particular, we're not going to be doing that for this this run, unfortunately. It involves a very specific trick in E1 M8 that I have not learned quite how to do yet. So we're going to do this normal route and get this secret back here. Normally we'd be skipping this. Oh, 1% health. The only percent that matters, thankfully. Thankfully, there is a soul
sphere. 1%, right?
Yeah, the one time the 1% actually comes in clutch. So we pick up a whole bunch of extra rockets that we're going to use later on in the episode. We also grab just a bunch of extra health and other useful goodies. So the nice thing about Doom routing is that there's a lot of flexibility in the routes. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do as needed and take as much risk as you want. Alright, that brings us to the third hard level in this episode. This is where the chain gun really comes into effect. We picked one up back on the last level, and you're going to really see it used here because shotgunners and zombie men have pretty low HP. And we have what's called a pain chance as well, where it's basically the chance that a particular enemy gets a stun animation whenever you shoot them with something. Zombie men, soldiers, and shotgunners have pretty high pain chances and low HP, so the shotgun mows them down pretty quickly. And the chain gun is also good for getting around these pinkies, since they also have a high pain chance, but they all have a lot of health, so we can try and dance around them where possible. So this is a pretty long and involved level with a lot of backtracking, so we're trying to clear our enemies where possible. I'm gonna grab this radiation suit and take the secret back to the door that I need to go to. We're not going to fire for just a bit here. I'm going to try and just get around enemies because the monster closet opens up later on that I do not want to deal with. And there are lots and lots of hit scanners here, so like I said, we're going to try and target the shotgunners where possible since they do a lot of damage and don't have much more health than the zombie men, as opposed to the imps which have double health. So one last corridor right here, getting into the exit corridor. Not too bad. And that brings us to the boss level right here. So I am notorious for dying at this level during runs. It's really funny. And it's kind of ironic too, because we actually do want low health as we finish this fight. This level has a special sector at the end where the level finishes once you are at 10% health or less. So I have to deal with these barons and these pinkies. Oh, I'm at 2% health. Please don't kill me. Okay, so we're going to try and do this last jump right here. Good. I'm actually at low health, so I don't even need to use a rocket to blow myself up. So that's episode 1 right there. So that actually went really well. I did have to take the stairs of shame, where if I missed that jump, I would have had to just wait very painfully for about 15 seconds, which is never a good time. So we're in episode 2 now. So I should mention that episode 1 was mainly developed by John Romero, and episodes 2 and 3 were developed by Sandy Peterson. So you're going to see a big change in kind of both the level design style and like the different kinds of textures used. And that's one thing Doom did a really great job of, is like the texture work in this game is fantastic, among other things. We also get a Cacodemon for the first time. Oh, he's going in the hole. Don't go in the hole. Uh-oh. This is actually really bad because I'm actually really low on ammo. Cacodemons have a lot of health. They are also absolutely adorable. So I try and look at them where possible. So we get a couple things here. We're going to skip that Berserk pack. The Berserks are really useful throughout the rest of the game. If you are below 100 health, they set you to 100 health, so a great health refill. And they also upgrade your fist damage by tenfold. We're also going to grab a plasma gun right here. Really, really good gun. And then normally we'd have to grab a bunch of keys, or we can just jump straight to the exit with an SR-50 jump. So that cuts a pretty big level down. So this one's mostly just movement. Like I said, movement's a little tricky in this game because you're stage frighting everywhere, but it's really hard to aim, so it takes a little bit of practice getting used to. So as we get into this next level, there's not too much coming up in the next level, so I want to talk a little bit about source ports. So I'm playing this Doom through a source port, and if you don't know what a source port is, it's basically a modified version or executable of the game that runs on modern operating systems. And they can be like GZ Doom, where you have tons and tons of extra features and it's basically a new engine. Or you can have it like this port I'm using called DSDA Doom, which is more compatible with the... It's more vanilla compatible, I should say. And it plays close to the original game. So there are plenty of great source ports, and it's not just a Doom-specific thing. Many older PC games have really, really good source ports that add features or vanilla compatible, and it really is great because you can just get the kind of experience that you want. In particular, I'm running DSDA Doom version 0.26.2. It is in constant development by Craft Lab and the rest of the Doom World community, so big shout-outs to them. It's another movement-based level, so mostly just going to talk about the trick coming up in the very next level, actually, if I don't die. Ooh, I have no shotgun ammo. What happened? Anyways, so Doom has weird collision code. There is actually a trick in the next level that's going to involve that. We're going to actually do an out of bounds in the next level coming up. Normally, you can't really do much from out of bounds once you actually get out of bounds, but this next level is one of the few that you can actually do something with. So whenever you intersect a corner at a very specific spot and at a specific angle, the game stores your momentum in really weird ways, and that's kind of how we have like a wall running effect. I'm going to store a wall run by turning running off, getting a specific angle against this wall. We're going to hopefully see the animation. There we go. So I'm going to fire this rock and get a backwards boost, hopefully. Wrong angle. That's okay. So now we're out of bounds. Everything looks very funny. Normally can't do anything, but I'm going to turn on vertical mouse movement right here. We're just going to slowly hit the intersection of the exit switch and the out of bounds sector. So I need a sound cue for this, so give me just a second here. There we go. That was pretty quick. So that skips a very, very, very long and involved level. Speaking of skipping very long and involved levels, we have this level right here. Normally we'd have to get 3 keys, but thankfully we're going to just rocket jump all the way to the end. There's no actual jumping in Doom. I'll get into that in just a bit, but we can do something like this, where we actually manage to jump that entire gap and get straight to the exit. And getting that first try is really good, so very happy to get that. So that brings us to the boss fight right here, which is the Cyber Demon fight. This is why we stored up a lot of plasma. Rockets do less damage against boss monsters. They're coded to not take splash damage, they would only take direct damage. So the plasma gun is much more efficient at killing bosses here. We're just going to kind of dance around the Cyber right here. I ran out of plasma. One more rocket fish monster, we're good there. So that's episode 2 right there. So moving on to E3. So this episode's a little bit of a pain to get started because you don't really have a whole lot of weapons to start with. I got scratched really hard there. Thankfully the Cacos got out of the way, but we have to deal with all these pinkies that are just kind of crammed in the corner. Sandy Peterson made some very interesting ideas for maps in both Doom 1 and Doom 2, and well, it definitely gets showcased right here. We've got some time to talk about competitive speedrunning. So this category right here, the full game run for UV Speed, this is mostly just a speedrun.com thing, as competitive Doom speedrunning, we primarily record demos. This game has a really great demo format, which records all of your inputs, and then if you want to play a demo back, you basically play back the entire input file in-game, and due to the way Doom's RNG works, it's a table-driven index. So you get the same output every time from a demo if you are using a compatible version of the game, which is why I run DSDA Doom, because ports like DSDA Doom and Crispy Doom, they have very high vanilla compatibility, and you can use these to record demos that are compatible with the original game. So this kind of has that, we have a de facto standard for being able to like compare leaderboard times and such, which is really great. And demo files are also extremely small too. Remember that video recording wasn't really a thing back in the early 90s, so being able to record really tiny demos that you could post on bulletin boards was really great back in the day, and really why this game took off as a speedrun. So just a little fun bit of trivia here. Anyways, we were talking a little bit about collision earlier and walls and whatnot. We're going to do a little bit of a variation of that here, where if you... how do I say this? If you were to hit a wall at a fast enough angle and speed, you kind of clip in for just a second, but you can also touch items that are on the other sides of those walls. So we're actually going to grab a key through this wall, hopefully, right here, using SR50. This is a little tricky because you need a very specific speed and angle. I'm not getting either of them. We're just going to hopefully bash our butt against this and get this before the imps tear me apart. There we go. Finally got it after many, many tries, but there, we just grabbed the yellow key through the wall, put it right in the back pocket. Doom guys got the good booty. We grabbed the BFG in the last level. It really stands for the big firm glutes, which Doom guy has, as you have seen right there. This level's pretty straightforward, being mostly just kind of a teleporter maze, so I'll go ahead and explain the BFG, since we'll get to use it in the next level. So the BFG... You'd think the big green ball of plasma that shoots out is the main damage dealer. That's only one part of it. So when you fire the ball, the game locks in that angle. And then when the ball actually explodes... Oh no, I'm dead. I got crushed. That's an embarrassing way to die. That's okay. That's why we save. Anyways, so the game locks in the angle when you fire the BFG shot. And then when the ball connects with something, there's a slight delay. The game remembers that angle, but then fires from your position. It fires a bunch of invisible tracers from that position at the angle. And those tracers actually do the majority of the damage. Like, the ball can do anywhere from 100 to 800 damage. The tracers, if they all hit a target all together, they kind of spread out in a cone, but if they all manage to hit a target, they can easily do several thousand. So the strategy with the BFG, you can either run point blank against an enemy and have all the tracers hit everything, or you can do what I'm going to do right here. You can fire the ball early against a wall, and then just let the tracers smash everything that's behind that wall. Also, this is our favorite texture in the game. This is Fire Blue. I must look at it as much as possible. It is the destroyer of Doom stream, so I do not apologize for the stream quality going down for a few seconds. So, a great question in chat, actually, if Doom replays are input-based, does that make them tasks? We actually do have really great Doom tasks using tools like XDRE. There have been really, really fantastic tasks that have been made. Like, a brand new Doom 2 task was made just last year that actually gets sub-10 in-game time, which is we didn't even think was possible for a long time, and the author didn't even think it was possible until he got to like the last two maps. Which, for record, Doom 2's current record is just like I think 1730. Like, it's just really nuts how far this game can be pushed. So this level gets extremely broken with SR50 jumps. Normally we'd have to raise a bunch of bridges to get to the end, but we can just mitigate that by doing some SR50. And we're going to get rid of some of these lost souls right here. They like to get in the way. We have to make this really tricky jump to the exit. If I miss this jump in the wrong way, it's a soft block, so we're going to hopefully not have that happen. This lost soul's in the way, though. Okay, let's get rid of you. Okay, we're good. So if I landed on the other side right there, I would have softlocked it. There's no way to get out of the pit on that side. Anyways, here's the power of the BFG. So here is the Spider Mastermind. There was the Spider Mastermind. And that brings us to episode 4. And anybody who's played this episode casually knows how absolutely brutal this episode is. So we're going to take this very slow at the beginning. This first level in particular has a green armor, a few armor bonuses, and like 8% health, and that is it. So I need to be very, very careful with my health management here. I didn't pick up that armor. I need to get that on the way back. We're going to key clip this red key right here so I don't have to go get it the hard way. Imps are teleporting in. I am getting slashed from behind. Like I said, absolutely brutal episode. Like I said, this was the expansion episode for the game, included with the Ultimate Doom release. Oh, that hurt. Ooh, damn. I'm glad I saved. But the difficulty in this episode is just absolutely ridiculous, because they were just like, okay, let's make things more of a challenge if you've already finished Doom 1 and 2. So we get out of that level and we get into this level, which is just as hard for different reasons. I'm actually going to grab a BFG through the wall right here. So we're going to get into this secret without dying, hopefully. Like I said, absolutely brutal episode. Oh, come on. I'll focus for just a second. So like I said, I need to grab a BFG through the wall. I do have a setup, but I need to do it quick because otherwise these cacodemons get in the way. Okay, we got that first try, so we're going to clear out all the cacodemons here. We need to make this huge jump that skips the entire level. We're going to ignore that cyber demon that's on the left. We're not going to have to worry about him. Grab a whole bunch of plasma. And then we have this really weird trick right here. We have another rocket jump right here, but this one's going to be a bit trickier in concept because we're actually going to do this rocket jump off of a lost soul right here. I didn't get it, unfortunately. The movement's a bit random, so I have to adjust on the fly. Oh, there we go. Second try is good. So yeah, we skipped the entire level right there, which is honestly a bit unfortunate because that level does have a bunch of goodies that would be nice for the rest of the episode, but we want to go fast. Anyways, these next couple levels are pretty much rest levels, so Blaze, if you have anything that you want to plug right now while we get to the end of this run, feel free.
Yeah, no, I just want to say really appreciate you having this run for us today. It was great to have the Pump It Up Phoenix in Fall Fest, but you know, it's really cool to see a classic speedrun of a game like a Doom as well, or a Doom game. So fits in really nicely with all the other spooky kind of horror actiony sort of games we've had today. So this is great, and yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knows that they can. If you want to sub to the channel, all the revenue from Twitch subscriptions and bits received during both of our marathons and our showcases, all of that goes to supporting our events now and in the future, including our upcoming Fastest Furs Live at FWA 2024 event, which is going to be us returning to Furry Weekend Atlanta next year in May of 2024. So if you can, please consider subscribing now. You'll get our awesome Fastest Furs emotes. And don't forget to check if you have that free monthly Twitch Prime gaming sub as well.
Thank you very much, Blaze. Anyways, now we are on the hardest level to run right here. This is the destroyer of episode 4 and full game runs right here. We need to fight another cyber demon, but this cyber demon is in like the worst possible spot. Why do I have like no plasma? I have, like almost no plasma. Anyways. We need to kill a cyber demon in a very, very tight spot. We're not really prepared to do that. So we're gonna do this big jump first that skips most of the level so we can get to the cyber demon fight. My plasma's really low, so I'm not really hopeful right now. So we're gonna wake the cyber demon up. Gonna save. We're gonna hopefully cause some infighting with the cyber right here. That's a good start. Yes, I see the cyber fighting. Hopefully we can get there in time. Nope. Maybe? Yes, he's distracted by the Caco. Okay, we got very lucky that he decided to just not ignore me entirely. That happens maybe 5% of the time. So, that was way easier than it should ever be, and I'm very happy to get that first try. Alright, we've got one more SR50 jump right here. I'm going to line up against this door. The exit switch is normally inside the floor, but Doom doesn't really care about height, so you can just trigger it while it's in the floor right there. And that brings us to the final level. So this level's pretty straightforward, significantly easier than the others, to be honest, although you can still get trapped and die. But we do have one last rocket jump that we're going to try for, which doesn't save too much time, but it looks cool, and we love our swag.
Sometimes that's the most important thing you can do.
Hey, you just got to go for it. Oh, that's actually really bad. I ended up down here. I don't have the health for that now. I actually need to reset the level. That's unfortunate. That's okay. You just get to hear the satisfying VFG crunches again, and I think that's a good trade-off to make. Oh, that Baron. Yeah, Baron Fireballs do quite a bit of damage right there, even with armor. Okay, let's try this again. That should be enough health. Okay, so we're across. There's thankfully a soul right here. Here's another Spider Mastermind. Just gonna pop that. Time is coming up. It's gonna be when I leave the level here. If I can get to the exit without dying, I'm at the 2%. We're just gonna walk it in so I don't accidentally get blasted off. Oh, the lost soul! Oh, okay, good. Well played. Well played. I'm not even mad. That Lost Soul is a trooper. He did his job. Anyways, like I said, time is coming up when we exit the lower here, which is now.
GG's.
Thank you. That was definitely a very back and forth run, but as a whole, I'm pretty happy with that.
I mean, that run is just like pure adrenaline and speed. It's always fun to see runs like that.
I mean, hence UV speed.
Yeah, I know.
So
well, this was great. Tell everybody where they can follow you. I'm going to make sure you get a nice shout out here for everybody watching in chat.
Absolutely. So you can find me at twitch.tv/ZELLOOO. That's 3 L's, 3 O's. I do music games. I do speed runs. I've been playing a lot of other casual stuff like F-099 lately. So if that's your kind of thing, please check me out. If you would like to get into any kind of Doom speedrunning at all, you can hit me up. Doomworld.com. The Doomworld forums are a great source if you want to play the original game or source ports, or if you even want to play the Unity re-release. That's a separate board that is kind of has its own rule sets, but some people like that. You can get in touch with the Unity Doom and the console Doom Discord. But yeah, thank you all for having me. I'm so happy to be able to close the block out for today. And if you want to see more Ultimate Doom coming up, I actually am running this for both RTA in Japan at the end of the month and AGDQ next month. So there's plenty of Doom if you want to see this fluffy boy some more. But thank you all again for having me, and I hope to be back for future marathons. So take it away, Blaze.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing this run at GDQ as well, for sure. So congratulations on that. And yeah, we are just going to go ahead and raid from here. Speaking of GDQ, one of our own Mr. Shasta is going to be, or is actually, I shouldn't say is going to be, but Mr. Shasta is doing a run of Kirby Superstar Ultra right now on the GDQ channel. So we're going to go ahead and raid over there, say hi to our good friend, Mr. Shasta. And then we'll see you all again. We're still trying to determine if we want to do another showcase during the holidays this month. It is December already. Hard to believe. But otherwise, we will definitely be back for a January showcase. So please keep an eye on the Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't already done so. We would love to hang out, and that will be the best way for you to keep up with all of our events and things that are going on. But yeah, we will see you again for another showcase very soon. So I hope everybody has a really good rest of your weekend. And with that, we are going to head it on over to Games Done Quick to go see how our friend Mr. Shasta is doing. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Take care, and thank you for being here.